What's going on, everybody? Doc Average Gamer guys here to talk about an pretty crazy Tarkov TV live that just happened a little bit ago. We're going to give the full rundown. I'm going to hit it lightning fast. We'll stop on a couple of items that I think were the most important. There's a whole lot of buzz going on right now on Twitter and everywhere else. A lot of community talk. There's a lot of stuff discussed, shown off in this. And then I'm going to have a follow-up video to this as well. There was a really cool new trailer for Arena teased, in addition to some really cool screenshots. I'm going to do that in a separate video because I think there's some things to dissect there. So with that being said, let's jump in. And I'm going to do my best to give you a rundown on everything we heard and saw on the Tarkov TV Live podcast today. Okay, so jumping in, there's a couple of things up front just to talk about. I'm not going to go super in depth with a lot of this stuff. I have a whole bunch of notes in front of me here, which is why I'm looking down. And I'm going to talk about the big things. First and foremost, at the very end of the Tarkov TV little broadcast there, they showed the new Season 1, Chapter 1 for Chronicles of Ryzhy. If you have not checked this out, go watch this video. There's some teas for Arena. Nikita talked about how basically this season is going to be kind of a play into Arena and some information and just kind of melding this stuff all together, which is really cool. And you get an awesome first take at it. And I promise you, if you are a fan of Tarkov at all, you want to go and watch this episode and watch to the end. Should not have any problem getting to that point, but I promise there's some cool stuff in there. So that's the first one. They also teased dynamic crates, as well as in the background they teased a weapon stand. I might slap a picture of this up during the post-editing process of this if I remember. But a weapon stand probably in the hideout for you to put some stuff down. There's also some hideout additions and adjustments and some stuff that they're going to do with that, specific to some animations and things, which I think is going to be pretty cool. It's going to be like your actual PMC in there kind of messing around, very similar to what we saw with the gym. I think that was a good first iteration if you've had it, but that's awesome. One of the two of the hugest pieces of information, they are transitioning to Unity 2021, like almost currently. We're talking April-May timeframe for this. So next big patch, next big technical patch. I should also comment that they really are focusing, Nikita said this multiple times, they are focusing on the technical side of the game to make the experience better. So desync, stutters, networking is the whole focus. Same thing with audio. Everything that people complain about the game not being optimized in, they are working on, which is just for them to take an entire Tarkov TV and talk about that, I think is showing that they really truly are trying to listen to the community. So Unity 2021, they're working on that integration and swapping over to it. That comes with optimizations, frames, graphics, better loading. If you're not familiar with what that means, this is a huge step in the right direction. They've done this before. I think Unity 2019 was a big patch, and it definitely made the game feel better. Some of the stuff that had been plaguing the game when they made the change had gotten updated, but April-May for that. They also went and talked about a huge technical update, and they did global code rework. This is something that a lot of people have talked about, streamers, Veritas, how like it's just a patchwork code. They literally taken the time, taken their engineers, and they've reworked global code. They said that this is going to do two things. One, 60 players on some maps. I think this is intended for streets. Nikita said very clearly that this wasn't going to be for everywhere, but they have already been able to test and successfully run more than 60 players, 60 players on a map, which is pretty sweet. So I don't know what that's going to lead to. We'll see. But that also means that they have addressed a ton of network errors with this change, and they are basically talking about leveraging current technology, getting the game up to date, which should be huge. It should also mean hopefully less bugs and things in the future as they introduce it. With that tech update, desync, hit reg, player positioning, all should see significant adjustments, increases, just the betterment of those things. Like, I could stop the video right here and that would be enough. Honestly, those are probably the most commonly and biggest frustration items, and to see that stuff that it's being focused on, and they actually took the time to rewrite base code is amazing. So I hope it has the intended effect. It sounded like Nikita, as he was talking about it, was very sure, which is awesome. And I'm gonna ride the copium train on this one and just say I'm in for it. Reworked recoil, it's coming. Nikita doesn't like its current state necessarily. He wants it to be more intuitive. We'll see what that ends up meaning. Object occlusion, there's a video of this. I'll pop it up. Basically what this is talking about is a way to continue to refine and redo and continue to make the game more optimized. So it's going to be less of a load on your CPU, your GPU. The video basically shows how fast from when there's an object or a wall that objects behind it can't be seen, how fast these things then populate. He said with doing that and with full optimization for all of the maps, including streets, which is a big focus, it should make better frames, should make the game run better, and then it's obviously going to allow them to continue to expand, which Nikita also talked about. More streets expansion in the near future. Not sure how many we're going to see, but it sounds like multiple iterations. Blind fire rework. There's a video for that, which is pretty sweet. So I'm going to show that off, and this just looks better. The animation looks really good. I think that's really neat, so I'm super excited about that. So there's that. I'm scrolling through. I'm gonna come back. I'm scrolling through the Twitter really quick. There's a couple of things, but this is what I was talking about, her hideout. Just some animations, just like when you go to the thing, your guy's actually there doing some stuff, which is pretty cool. Switching shoulders, they talked about that. That is in progress, nothing to show, but that is on its way. They talked a ton about sound and reworking sound and what they're going to work on for that. I think that's an important one. Obviously, we've seen some improvement, but they're going to continue to work on integrating Oculus audio. Interchange is next. They showed a video of how they've been layering it. Nikita spent some time talking about how this is a ton of like very specific, like hands-on performance tuning, because if they don't do it that way, it will cause optimization issues and it will be a huge load on the game, and they don't want that. So that's why it's taking some additional time to get there. So it is what it is, which is pretty cool. I'm going to show off a couple of other things as I scroll through here. Silencer durability, they talked about. They talked about some features being removed from full release. Some things are having to get shifted to DLC later. No specific items were talked about, but Nikita said we want to get this game basically to full release, and then they'll update it from there, which I think is cool. I'm going to show a video of vaulting and climbing. A couple of videos, a couple of snippets of this. This is a very early work in progress, so much so that Nikita didn't even want to show it, but they ended up posting it anyways. I'll pop up maybe a little bit of the screens of it. But the big thing here that I find interesting is this might make some of the silly little things in the game much more easier to get over. The fact that you can kind of just climb up over things. Now, I am worried about animation and speed for this, as well as how it's enacted. We'll have to see when that comes up, but pretty interesting. I do think the vaulting animation, specifically the one out the window, looks pretty dang cool, so I'm excited about that. Here's the other two that I'm just like so freaking excited about is a new trader menu. I'm going to show the video for that, and a new player loadout screen. Let's talk about the trader menu. This is just like the one quality of life thing I have been asking for and wishing for just literally forever. The less amount of clicks, the new updated UI for this, the ability to go trader to trader to trader, sell things, click back to buy things, go up to tasks, see all of them at the same time, accept, replace. Like, seriously, thank you. That is going to save so much time post-raid. It's going to make it so much easier. I'm just like that, in addition to what we already have with the barter change and the flea market, that being easier to sell items. Just thank God. Like, seriously, thank God for that. New player loadout screen. I'm going to show this as well. This is a current work in progress. The thing I love most about this is it looks like it's going to have integration not only for your inventory, but then to swap over to the flea market and buy something very quickly. This is going to be gear presets too, so you're going to have 1 or 2 button clicks, it looks like, in order to throw that on. I want you to also catch in the bottom left-hand corner, you're going to be able to change your clothes with the addition of your presets. So you want to run some dark clothes or some woodland camo when you go to woods or go night raids, you're going to be able to set up a kit to be able to do that. click a button, instant change, you move forward. I am like, just seriously, thank you. Like, Nikita, thank you for that. That's fucking amazing. And the biggest issues are selling things and gearing up for the next raid when you die. If we fix those two problems, people are still going to complain, but there's going to be a lot less to complain to and a lot faster to get into the raid. And that if you can actually physically make getting into the raid faster with all of the technical updates, dude, we are on the path. I am pumped. I am absolutely pumped. The last thing I'm going to show really quick, if I haven't already, is a new friends screen. So this is going to work. I love this. If you notice really quickly, it shows who's in what game. So you're going to be able to see your friends that are in Arena, your friends that are in Escape from Tarkov, who's playing what. New party system, just much more overhauled, kind of some little bit of personality in there too. Looks like you're going to be able to pick a picture and have a little icon for that. So just coming back, much improved. I am like, I cannot wait for some of these changes soon enough. If they dropped a patch right now and redid the trader screen and did a character preset, I would be tickled. I would be tickled to fucking death because I am so pumped for that. And these are the UI changes this game needs to make the flow of it much better. People don't want to sit in their stash. Some people like to play Tetris. I like to play Tetris too a little bit. But I want to be able to make selling things and getting geared up so much faster. And this is just we are on the track. There's a whole bunch more. I want to show off really quickly some cool screenshots. So last two things I'll touch on is they talked about this. Basically, this is kind of a first move towards modular armor systems. You can see here there's plates and durability for each plate and where you're going to be able to put them. This is going to be a little bit more intensive, so I'm a little nervous about this just from the perspective that, let me go full screen here. I'm just a little nervous about this from the perspective that this might get just more complicated, but it is going to allow for a lot of flexibility with the builds. This seems like a very early work in progress, and they're still working on this. It is cool that you'd be able to swap out and hopefully repair just individual plates, maybe saving you some money versus the actual vest itself, but we'll have to see how that system works. Again, ceramic plates here, you can see armor, you can see how it handles. There might be different opportunities to change armor class with different plates, which would be really cool, so that if you really like the look of the Gazelle or its modularity, you're going to be able to use that and do something with it. So that's pretty neat, but we'll see. That was not discussed a lot. Some new weapons coming in. Scar, grenade launcher, pretty dang sweet. This sniper rifle, cool, looks awesome. I don't know. AK-12, this is what this is. AK-12, more AKs. We're gonna do more AKs. It's just, that was some funny comments in there. But AK-12 looks pretty cool. That's what they were talking about. Pretty excited about that. I think there was some more. This new like submachine gun pistol type thing. I don't know. Some of you probably know what this is. I don't have a damn clue. This is actually really cool, although I feel like it goes a little bit against some comments that we had heard before about older weapons coming into this. But a lot of you, if you played like Call of Duty World at War, are probably really familiar with this gun. This is pretty neat. I don't know. It's chambered in the same caliber as the Mosin, and this is semi-automatic, so this might be the Mosin killer, depending on its accuracy and the fact that it's magazine fed. I'm imagining like 10 and 15 rounders, so that's pretty interesting. And I probably showed this already, but here's the new party system screen. And here's the loadout preset. I just, down here is what I was talking about. You can see you can change your pants and your shirt, which is just dope. And this again looks like integration potentially with the flea market, which is just like so good. So good. So good. I'm so pumped. So the last thing, there's a whole bunch of stuff, whole bunch of screens and things for Arena. I'm going to do a separate video on this, so if you're interested in that, should be going up shortly after this one, so check it out. Hopefully you enjoy. But I'm going to wrap this up here. I wanted to go quick, fast, and in a hurry. This is looking amazing. Guys and gals, I am like, just, I'm tickled. I'm actually tickled. I'm so pumped to have this happening. I think Tarkov TV podcast, whatever it was, video, Twitch stream, huge win. huge win. They're listening to the player base. Players and people, the community have been talking about technical updates and the needs for that, and they've taken, it sounds like, the time and the resources to do a lot, and then spend a lot of time on how do we make the quality of life for the game better. UI improvements, party system improvements, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully you're as excited as I am. I'm sorry for rambling for 15 minutes, but I hope that was a quick breakdown for you. Again, look out for an additional video covering some of the arena stuff in the trailer. Very excited to cover that. Let me know what you're excited about. If you want to go check out Battlestate Games, their Twitch channel, you can watch the whole VOD. It was about an hour and 50 minutes. I glossed over and probably missed a few other elements, so take that for what it is. And Nikita obviously spent a little bit more time talking about a few of those things, so go check that out. Jump over onto Twitter. You can see all the screenshots and a bunch of the videos that they posted as well, and then go check out Chronicles of Ryzhy Chapter 2. Looking really cool. I think you will very much enjoy that. So I'm going to flash some socials, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for all the support. If you're just stopping in, we have a whole bunch of Tarkov content here on YouTube, a hardcore playthrough, a solo standard account playthrough. So some tips. We do some videos with some of our live stream and some of our other just fun questing that we're doing as we grind for Kappa and all that good stuff. But socials, links in the description. Come check us out live over on Twitch. We'd love to see you. Probably doing that this evening as well as through the weekend. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hit that like button for me. I'd appreciate it. I've been Doc, Average Gamer Guys. Catch you in the next Escape from Tarkov video. Peace.